Yeah, that was kind of our longest layoff, and that was not by our choice. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It was just there's so many guys on the roster. We had called and contacted them and told them ready to get fights. Ready to get in there and perform as always. And that was as soon as they could get us in. So yeah, it was nice to get back in the winning ways. It had been a couple years. We had fought some stiff competition as always, and Eric Koch was just another tough guy along the road, in our path to success. Oh yeah, we just want to compete. My body feels great. I'm in better shape than when I was 18. I'm in better shape than when I was 21. I'm in better shape than when I was 25. I'm 35 now. I'm on my 11th year in the UFC. You just passed that, and I don't see myself slowing down anytime soon. So the more fights we can get, the more competitive, the busier they can keep us, man, the better for us. The more fun we're having. 145 is never a hard cut for me. I just really, really had to focus on a very clean eating lifestyle. You know what I mean? 55, I can mess around a little bit more. But the thing is, I'm just enjoying the process again. I'm enjoying everything about the fight game again at lightweight and 155. 145, it was just super, super strict, man. All I thought about was, where is my next glass of water going to be? Where is my next piece of broccoli going to be? You've heard the story over and over. I don't complain about it, but it was just so dialed in, and I just kind of, lost the fun factor a little bit. So I'm past that. I'm moving forward to 155. Right, my win bonus first, man. Everything else happens after that. Yeah, it's going to be fireworks in there. Everybody knows it. This fight's been a long time coming. Somehow, Joe and I have kind of always just maybe missed each other. We never dodge anybody, so it was just one that had never been offered to me. I'm sure it had never been offered to him, and I jumped right at it just as I'm sure he jumped right at this opportunity. Yeah, it's funny. One of the younger kids in the gym the other day was like, "Man, this fight probably should have happened a decade ago." And I sit there and think, I'm like, dude, that sounds, a decade in a sport sounds kind of like a long time, man. But you sit and think about it, because I still feel so green in the sport, and it makes it kind of sound like the old guy. Joe always brings so much to the table. He's exciting. He always has that I call like the Fedor look on his face. You know what I mean? Very cerebral, not a whole lot of facial expressions, and the guy comes to bang. He's got very good grappling. We've seen that. He's put away some of the best black belts and and jiu-jitsu guys in the sport, and obviously he's probably a black belt himself, I imagine, by now. He's knocked out. He's finished some of the greatest guys in there. Starting with Jens Pulver back in the day. I think Joe and I made our debuts within a few weeks of each other. He was in UFC 63. I was in UFC 64. So it's over 11 years ago. He's fought everybody. I've fought everybody. I've come up short against the best. He's come up short against the best. We've beaten some of the top guys in the world, and expect to see fireworks, come Saturday night. So we're both getting checks on this one. At this point in my career right now, I take it one fight at a time, because I'm not one of those guys who wants to put a number on it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like people put a number on something, or an age is when they come up short, maybe. You put a ceiling on something, and then maybe you top out before then, or you peak before then. So as long as I'm having fun, like I said, recovery has been huge in my career these past few years. As long as I'm having fun, I'm going to be in there swinging these things. So I left the UFC lightweight division a few years ago to go down to 45 for star power. I was probably number 3 on the rankings. I had back-to-back split decision losses to Ben Henderson, who went on to be the champ, Gray Maynard, who was almost a champ. Those were two arguably the best guys in the world at the time, and I lost razor close decisions. I left on my terms. I left in the top 3 or 4, and I'm going to be back in the top 1 or 2 within a year or so. So 155 is my division. I'm coming for all these jokers, all these clowns, all these guys that are hot shots and think they're tough. The Carpenter's going to be right back in their face before they know it.